What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to another FPL video. Today we're going to be discussing the best captaincy choice for Game Week 29 for the Fantasy Premier League season FPL 2020-2021. This is my channel FPL Inkling. My name is Mo, and today, before we start the captaincy video, I'm just going to say, if you've been to my channel before and you've liked what you've seen but you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video today, hit the like button and hit the notifications icon to get the latest notifications when I release my video. Also, I'm already 139 subscribers in to my target of 500. Just in case you guys don't know, I have a bet with one of my friends. If I can hit the 500 subscribers mark by the end of this season, I will win a PS5 according to our bet. So thank you for everyone who has subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please, I have seen there's about 60% of people who are viewing my videos are actually not my subscribers, so hit that subscribe button and be part of FPL INKLING. So let's get started with Game Week 29's captain's choice. So I've got 5 captains that I've got in mind for Game Week 29. Now Game Week 29, just going to go for a bit of background about it for you guys. So it's a blank game week. Now what does a blank game week mean? So in this context, it's not blank in the sense that there's no games taking place. There are actually 4 fixtures that are taking place. As you guys can see in the bottom right of the screen, I put down all the fixtures. They start on the 19th of March 2021, Friday this week. So the time of the first game is 8 o'clock. Now one thing I will say is make sure you get your team finalised and submitted by 6:30 on Friday the 19th, 2021. Because you have up to 90 minutes before to submit your team. So keep a lookout for any press conferences the day before or the same day to know any team news, and make sure you guys make the transfers accordingly. So that's when the deadline is. So feel free to keep in line with that before you make any transfers. Now we're going to go through 5 captaincy options for me, which I've selected this week. So we're starting from number 1 all the way to 5. It could have been more, it could have been less, but I've just picked out 5 for us to discuss. I'm going to go through their point accumulation in the last 5 game weeks, what their current form is. If they haven't got form, why I believe that I have a good gut inkling that they'll do well in this game week for you. So let's start off with my first choice, which is of course the captain of Spurs and England, Harry Kane. Now Harry Kane himself, he's owned by 40% of managers. He didn't have a great game against Arsenal, but just a game before against Crystal Palace, 2 goals, 2 assists, and he got 19 points for that game week. So in regards to Harry Kane himself, let's go through a few statistics for him. So the game he's going to be playing Aston Villa this game week. So Aston Villa have a very good defensive record thanks to their defence and obviously Martinez in goal. Can Spurs nitpick them? Will Spurs go for like a 1 goal and park the bus like Mourinho usually does? No one knows. Will they go out and go for a 3 or 4-0? You saw the conservativeness against Arsenal, so I'm not too sure how they're gonna react to playing Aston Villa. At the end of the day, they are away, so maybe hitting them on the break, but they might not have Son in the team. So that's why Son isn't in my captaincy choice, because he's a 50-50, and I'd rather go for players at present. Obviously, you never know, anything can happen to these players midweek, but at the time of me recording this, these players are fit and scheduled potentially to play. Because they are fit and available for their managers. So in the last 5 game weeks, Harry Kane has 5 returns. So let's go through the returns together. So right, as you can see, cool. The last 5 game weeks, he's got 3 goals and 2 assists, so 5 goal returns, and he's got an accumulation of 31 points. Now that's huge. Even though 19 came in 1 game, it shows that he has a potential to go big when he does go big. And I think with the 4 game week fixtures here, on paper for me, he is one of the best players. He's pretty much guaranteed to start the game, and I think he's got a chance of getting a good game week return. Again, Aston Villa have a good defence. It could be a 0-0, but if you've got a game week like this and there's no other big hitters, so-called, then Kane, for me, has to be your number 1 captaincy choice. Not far behind, but at number 2, I've selected Gareth Bale. Now, he came off in 56 minutes against Arsenal. Didn't have a great game, probably rested for the Europa League game. Now, again, he's playing Aston Villa as well, so the threat of the defence still remains. But the thing about Gareth Bale is when he does turn it on, he's shown glimpses in the last couple of game weeks that he's back to his best. Now, that's a worrying sign for any team, let alone Aston Villa. Now, the good thing is they're playing on Sunday, so he does have a good game week rest. a couple of days rest before this game week. So potentially Gareth Bale, with Son not playing and Lamela being suspended, there's a really good chance that he will start. So let's go through some of his statistics. He's owned by 10% of managers. He's £9.5 million in price for a player in this game. So let's have a look. In the last 5 game weeks, he's got 6 returns. So that's one more than Harry Kane. He has 4 goals, as we can see here, and 2 assists. So he's gone 2 goals in each game. So when he does go big, he goes big because he's got 2 double-digit game week returns, one against Burnley for 19 points and one against Crystal Palace for 14 points. So he's an impact player. So when he gets going, he definitely will be involved with the assists or goals. So he's a really good player to have in contention. Yes, you'll look at the Arsenal game and get only 1 point in that game, but Spurs didn't play well as a team. So I'm not going to be too critical of Gareth Bale for him on that, but based on what I've seen in the last 5 game weeks, and his return is 40 points. So out of all the players that I'm going through in the last 5 game weeks, he's got the highest return in these 5 captain choices I'm going to show you. He's got 40 points return. A really good player to have in. At the moment, he's only owned by 10%, so he is a differential if you pick him as a player, and even more of a differential if you pick him as your game week captain. So bear that in mind, all FPL managers. At number 3, I have chosen Mikael Antonio. I just love Mikael Antonio. He's in my squad. He's owned by 13% of managers, priced at 6.6 mil. He didn't have a great game against Manchester United, but you're expected to have these games, in and out. So, I mean, personally, for me, when I'm looking at him, he's had a few game weeks where it's been dry, but he's come back from injury, so you've got to be a bit more, let's say, patient in terms of giving him time. So his fixture is Arsenal. He's got 2 goals and no assists in his last 5 game weeks. Now, he's got a total accumulation of 17 points. I think the reason why he'd be a good captain is A, is a differential aspect, and B, he's very physical. So Arsenal, they're very good at defending intricate play, but are they really good at defending against, like, for example, Spurs were very intricate, they could defend against them, but are they going to be as good as when they defend someone who's physical? So that's going to be a challenge for the defence of Arsenal. And I think after the United loss, West Ham have played well, and I think they're going in as favourites for that game for me. So Mikael Antonio is at number 3 for me in terms of captaincy for this week. At number 4, I've chosen Rafinha. Now, I would have chosen Bamford as number 1 or number 2 this week, but because he's injured, I'm not too sure if he's going to be playing, so I'm rather going to go for people who are at the moment not injured. So I'm choosing Rafinha from Leeds. Now, they've got the best game week fixture on paper for me. They've got Fulham. Now, that's no disrespect to Fulham. Fulham have played well against Liverpool. They did okay against Man City until they conceded, and they played really well in their previous games as well, but Leeds are always attacking. Are they going to go for the kill? Rafinha is always there in about to take set pieces as well. He's owned by 12% of managers, so again, he might be a good differential captain for you guys, and he's only worth 5.5 mil. Now, in the last 5 game weeks, he's only got 1 goal, so 1 return, but he's got 19 points. So he can go big. He has gone big against Everton. He's gone big against Southampton. He's got Newcastle. He got a double-digit score. But for 5.5, I'm sure you can't really ask for much more. So he might be a good differential. And Rafinha, for me, comes in at number 4 for the captain option for this week. And at number 5, but not the least, it's Ollie Watkins. Now, he's owned by 27% of managers, so there's not really a differential option there. He's only worth 6.6 mil. He's got 118 points in total. So in terms of his returns in the last 5 game weeks, we can go through that together. He's got 2. So he's got 2 assists and no goals in the last 5 game weeks, and he's got a total point of 16 points. So he's due to go big. His last double-digit game week was against it was against Crystal Palace in game week 15. So it's been about 13 game weeks since he got a double-digit score. So he's probably, looking for a big game whole week. He's missing Jack Grealish in terms of service. He's always there or thereabouts. In the last couple of game weeks, he's hit the post a couple of times. He's very unlucky. I think he had a goal ruled out for offside as well. So in terms of Ollie Watkins, he might not be a differential aspect, but he's certainly nailed on to play against Spurs as well. And I don't think In respect of differential, he might not be differential in terms of ownership, but I think he would definitely be a differential in terms of captaincy, because I don't think hardly anyone is going to captain him in that fixture. So maybe he might be a good shout as well. I mean, I haven't talked about Patrick Bamford. So Bamford would have been in my top 3 choices, at least maybe 1, 2 or 3. He's absolutely phenomenal. He scored, I think he's got 1 return in the last 5 games, but he's absolutely amazing. He's unselfish. He put his player through this week. He was offside and didn't count before he went off injured. Now, subject to his fitness is where we're going to find out if he's going to be in the team or not. I think generally Patrick Bamford is a key part of the way Leeds have set up and how they play. So for me, it's going to be interesting to see if he does play. That'd be great. I mean, maybe I could put him as captain and then put, in my squad, I can put Bamford as captain and then put Bale as vice-captain. But at the moment, because I don't have Harry Kane, I'll put Bale at number 2. So Bale for me, with Son being out potentially. Son is in my team, but I'm probably just going to put Bale as captain. And just in case Bale doesn't play, I'm going to need a solid backup. So maybe I'm going to put Antonio as a vice-captain, because if Son doesn't play, I don't want to really waste my captain and vice-captaincy chip. So we will see it from there. That is the 5 or 6 captain options that I've given. So just to go through the fixtures again, we've got Fulham versus Leeds. Again, you can choose anyone from Fulham if you want to bring in Harrison Reed. There are other players that you might fancy bringing in from Brighton. There's Ben Dunk, Mopai, Lallana, Danny Welbeck. These are players as well who you guys can consider for captaincy choices from Newcastle. Lascelles, John Joe Shelby, Joe Linton. These are the kind of players from Newcastle, but I probably wouldn't look at any player from Newcastle for captaincy, even though they're playing Brighton. I still don't fancy any. However, if Callum Wilson was playing, or say Maximin, then definitely I would have considered them two as an option. But the team that they currently have, who are fully fit to play, I wouldn't consider any options from Newcastle. West Ham, I've gone through. Some other I can go through with you guys. Fabianski's an option. Cresswell, he's been phenomenal. Kufel, you got Lanzini. So you've got quite a few options from there. Ben Arthur, who's been playing well recently. So you've got quite a few options. Declan Rice, another option from West Ham. Arsenal, again, Leno, if you want to consider him as a captain, I doubt you would go Leno, but you've got Saka, he's probably injured. Odegaard, who scored this week, he might be a differential as well. Aubameyang, I don't really want to go into too much detail, but I didn't choose him for this one because he really annoyed me with the fact that he was dropped and I brought him into my squad. 11.4 mil, not been played due to whatever reason, disciplinary or what. I'm not going to go for it, but if you want to select him, that's a good choice, but he's not going to be in my top 5 pick. You've also got Pepe, if he's fit, Willian, and also Lacazette, who's got a couple of goals in the last couple of game weeks. Aston Villa, Martinez differential. You've got, if Barkley plays, El Mohammadi, El Ghazi. Up front, Ollie Watkins that we've mentioned. So there's a few options there. And Spurs, we've gone through a few options. Maybe Lucas Moura might be a differential as well, to bring in to see if they can be a differential. So that's my captain picks for game week 29, which is the blank game week. Let me know if you got any other options that you think might be worth discussing, or someone who you have in mind and I haven't discussed today. Let me know. If you like the video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe if you want to be part of my family and help me get to 500 subscribers by the end of the season, and hit the notification icon if you want to get regular notifications of my videos. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, hit that like button, let me know how I've done, leave me a comment, drop me questions on my social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, let me know how I've done. Join the league, which is on the bottom left. Enter in the code and be part of the FPL INKLING League. And if you've enjoyed the video, once again, I'm looking forward to hearing some feedback, whether I can do better or whether you enjoyed it. Let me know how it goes. Have a great day. Best of luck for game week 29, and I'll see you guys again.